Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Jeremy,
And I am Jason.
and welcome to the first show called The Card Show. We really don't know what we're going to do with this. We just thought it'd be a pretty cool thing to, excuse me, I'm all choked up about it. Be
That's
kind of
all
a
good.
cool, like, weekly riff. We talk for about an hour or so, just talk about various stuff, mainly sports card related, but there might be some other stuff in here too, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I guess to kick off episode one of The Card Show, or whatever we're going to call it. That's what we're calling it right now. Um, I haven't really dialed in my topic yet, so I'm going to let you kick it off, like what you want to talk about tonight.
Sure. Okay, so we plan on having weekly topics. Mine is wins and losses, and I truly believe that we all have them. Uh, Losses are you see something, you know it's undervalued or it's just a really good deal. You hesitate. You're like, should I?
Yeah.
And by the time you decide to be like, screw it, someone else already stole it. Okay? Or on the flip side, you buy it. You might even own it a year, 2 years, whatever. And then at some point, you decide, I don't need it. Well, years fly by. That same card is now going for three, four, 5 times what you sold it for. Those are losses. Wins are pretty self-explanatory. You bought something at a really good price. It shows appreciation, and you still have it. That's a win. So tonight we are going to talk about some of our losses, which in my case have been many and some haunt me every day, and then some wins, which whether you are a, we'll say, collector, investor, whatever you call yourself, seeing any appreciation in what you own, it feels good. You know what I mean?
Yes, it
So
does.
yeah, I mean, and you don't have to sell it per se, but what you bought it for isn't what it's worth. So, um, yeah, so that's my topic. So, losses. Let's start off there. So, this is pretty easy for me because I have quite a few. Um, Anybody who knows how I actually collect, it's football. I mean, it's all sports per se, but also Olympics and track. So Jesse Owens is a really big deal, and his Olympic tickets are a really big deal. Okay, I can remember clear as day on eBay, I had the opportunity to buy each of his four Olympic gold medal Olympic tickets for $50 each. Now, I hesitated. I thought about it. I couldn't buy them. Those same tickets today each are going from anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 each.
How long
Now,
ago? How long ago was that?
that was a while. Probably pre-COVID, pre-COVID definitely. I mean, pre-COVID is easy to talk about losses. Anybody who collected pre-COVID has losses for days. Probably like 2017, 2018. So that's pretty bad. Um, and yeah, I'm regretting it per se. You know what I mean?
But
And then
but when
um,
you say, and I sorry to interrupt, but what did you spend the money on something else and then that did well?
honestly, when I first got in, which was around 2015, prices were cheap, like
Yeah.
super cheap. So like, and we've had these, conversations many times about that you break levels of spending limit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
When I first started off, I mean, $100 was a lot, but back then, $100 got you Jackie Robinson, Mickey Mantle, Ted Williams. I mean, and let's not even talk about football. Like Kobe Bryant too.
Yeah.
I mean, his rookie cards were like 10 to like maybe $40, and I'm talking about the really good ones. So yeah, so probably like 2017 or so. And then as another example of a loss, but the flip side that I actually did buy it, but sold it way too soon. And honestly, if I had them, I would actually keep them. This was around probably the same time period, 2017, 2018. There
Okay.
was an eBay seller selling two strip cards of Babe Ruth. A lot of the strip cards are ugly, right?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but these were actually two of them that actually look pretty good. One of them I think is the W560, where it shows him actually throwing, and that's
Yeah.
I think like a 1920. And then like the other one is like a 1921 or 22, and it's a classic image of him like smiling, and it looks good. I bought them together for $300. Okay. Um,
So
I
you
had
bought them. So okay.
Yeah, so I bought those, $300. Had them for about a year, year and a half. Flipped them for 600. Today, those cards are going for in probably 2,500 to $3,000 each.
Do you remember what you bought with the flip money?
No, I don't. But whatever I bought is now worth 2,500 or $3,000. Those are my two losses. Your turn, Jeremy.
Well, I mean, I'm very like conservative with my purchases. I always have been. I've always overthought. I mean, I do overthink. Um, One that comes to mind recently. It's not a big one, but there was a 62 Cons Tarkenton that was on eBay, which is a rookie card. It's a Cons. It's a low pop, and it was listed pretty well. I don't even, looking back, I don't even know what the hell I was thinking. I was, I mean, maybe I could haggle them down $50 or something. Like something stupid, because I haven't seen one since. So when I went to go buy it, like, okay, I'm just gonna do this, it was gone. And that's like the worst feeling when it's a scarce or a rare card or item that you
Yeah,
know you're not going to see again for a while, and
yeah.
you totally effed it up, like just being stupid, you know.
Question: was it a PSA 1?
My gosh, it might have been.
Yeah, because I think we were watching the same card. And at that time, it was actually pretty cheap. It
Yeah.
wasn't in the greatest shape, but then again, those never pop up, and it's a rookie. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's
Oh
like,
yeah, I know what you mean, man.
so we're like that was on my watch list for a while too.
Yeah, so that one that one I still think about every now and then because, as you know, I love stuff like that.
Oh,
um,
definitely,
the
yeah.
purchase I made last week falls right in line with that, and That hasn't even gotten to the authenticator yet, by the way. But
For the Jordan?
no, the ball that I got last Sunday, the bread.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Without giving it away, but
Yeah,
um,
yeah. Yeah.
so yeah, that would have been an example. Like I was talking to you about that for like a week, like how strong I was gonna go on it because there's like six of them, right?
Yes.
I lost out on one in December, and that went for crazy money. There was no way I was getting that anyway. So this one,
Excuse me.
oh, you're good.
Excuse me.
I can edit that out.
Yeah, that's
Um,
cool. We'll keep it real.
so yeah, I was like, how strong am I gonna go? And I had a number, and then I later that night, I went above it, but I didn't have to go above it. But in my head, I was going above that original number because when there are only six of them, and those things never hit eBay either. Those are usually with REA or Heritage or whomever Fanatics. They never hit eBay. So anyway, that was kind of a tangent. Another loss. My stack of Mike Trout cards that I have. I'm a big Mike Trout fan, so I'm not like, I didn't buy near the peak. I bought kind of low, but I could have sold them for a lot of money. There was a time in like
Yeah.
2021, his rookie was like selling for 5 grand, like easy.
Stupid prices.
Yeah. And I'm like, nah, I'll hold on to it. I like Trout.
Yeah, he fell off pretty bad.
Yeah.
Or his prices did. We'll say that.
Yeah, he was an easy, pump and dump guy back then.
Yeah.
Him and Juan Soto, Ronald Acuna, all those 2018 guys were just pumped. I was in before all that, but I didn't take advantage of it.
Yeah.
But
Well, I will say this, that at least you didn't try to buy them at the peak.
mm-mm.
Some of the people actually try to buy at the peak. They're down a lot right now. I
Yeah,
mean,
I tend to do what others aren't doing. Like if everybody's flocking one way, I'm not going that way. That's how my mind is. I've always been that way. Not just with collecting, but with pretty much everything.
yeah, honestly, I completely agree. And in terms of actually collecting, that's the smarter of approach. Because if you're doing what everybody else is doing, your competition is pretty big, and you're probably spending a lot more than you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we can talk about losses. I guess some of my losses are not getting into vintage baseball, like the iconic cards sooner.
Yeah,
Because I'm
yeah.
at the point now, and I've told you this, that I'm not comfortable where the prices are right now. So I'm kind of staying away, and it's another, everybody's going that way. So I'm not gonna because it just, my gut's telling me no on a lot of that stuff. But that's just me, and that's why I'm 90% of my collection's football. I'm trying to spread that out a bit because I don't like 90% of it being in one thing, but football's so damn affordable, I mean, for the most part. There's
Oh, yeah.
like, what, three or four cards that are unattainable for most people, and then everything else you can kind of go get, if you're smart and savvy.
Yeah.
Baseball is definitely not like that.
It's very, very expensive. See, but that's why, like, I went all in towards the later part of 2024 and the early part of 2025. I maxed out my PayPal, like, but in hindsight, I did extremely well, but I probably spent $12,000 within a month but all those cards now are valued at what, $25,000 easy, maybe more. And I was like that because, as an example, Jackie Robinson and also Satchel Paige, the Leaf rookies were running, and I personally don't like. They're like, you know, images.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't either. I think they're horrible images.
This, you know,
Bowman is
like
so much more eye
yeah,
has way more eye appeal to me.
exactly. So everybody was chasing Leaf.
Yep.
Prices were stupid,
Yep.
and I'm thinking like, I like Bowman, and I saw that as undervalued, so I jumped on it. I also jumped on the, Hank Aaron rookie. I bought all kinds of stuff. I bought the Ty Cobb. I bought everything that I wanted within a short period of time, and I've seen great appreciation. And yeah, everything that I bought has shown. I mean, it's done very well. Now, if I was you, would I pay what the asking prices are now? Probably not. So yeah, so if I didn't buy it when I did, I probably wouldn't own it today. I mean, I think ones now are what, like probably 3,500 to like 4,000 on the like the Jackies.
Yeah, are you talking Bowman's?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, they're 4K. Yeah.
Yeah, see, and at the time, I think I paid like 1,700, which was a lot for the time, but it had nice eye appeal, and I was like, good. Same thing with Satchel. Satchel isn't quite as high as Jackie, but he ain't too far behind.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, so like, and hell, like the Hank Aaron rookie. I have a PSA 2. I think I paid a little bit under 2K. Those are now going for like 33.
Yeah, they're
They're
like
like,
mid threes now. Yep.
yeah. Oh. And then the like the T206, like the Ty Cobb, the red background, like portrait. I think I paid 2K for an SGC 1.5. Those are now like 35 ish.
Yeah, I think that might even be more, but point taken. Point taken. Uh,
Yeah, but see, but I mean, like anybody who's watching, if there is something that you really like and you see that over time it could go up, don't wait. Because if you do, you'll either end up in a situation where you have to spend a lot more or you get priced out of it. Like Ruth has me in a very uncomfortable spot. I want one really bad, but the ones that I want are between $7,000 and $9,000.
yep.
That's a lot of
It's a
money
lot of
for
money for
for
one.
you know what I mean? So I'm not saying I'm priced out of it, but there's a reason why I don't have it yet. You know what I mean? I just get uncomfortable at
Yeah.
that.
I remember we talked about that on our live stream with Bart and Justin about what that threshold is for each of us, where the ass begins to clench a little bit, and we all have a different. We're all kind of like in the same range, but there's definitely that glass ceiling that, man, you get close to that and you really start to think,
Yeah, yeah.
and like years ago, I remember buying a Ford card lot of like, God, was it like Juan Soto or something? And it's like a 6 card lot for like $300. And I'm like, ah, man, should I do this? I ended up selling those like at the peak because there's tens of thousands of them, and I knew that these were overpriced or whatever. But back to the point, back then, $300 on, that was a lot, and now It seems like, what do you get, like 5 packs for $300 now? If you want new
Yeah,
cards,
pretty much.
yeah. So, um, but I think you just segued into your
Wins.
wins really well. That was a really good segue.
Let's go positive. Let's throw all that negative stuff away. Oh, we could do this topic for like 3, 4 episodes. Losses.
Yeah, yeah. I'd rather just, what do you, live and learn, or learn your lesson, move on. It's over.
Yes. So, okay, so we'll start off like this. Michael Jordan. If there's one basketball player who's iconic, who's the, we'll say like Apple stock, it is Michael Jordan. His Fleer rookie. I owned one. It was a PSA 5.5. I bought it for like 1,400, and I sold it during the COVID spike for like 6,000. So I did good on it.
Yeah,
The card is awesome. It is. But to me, it's very common. If you go to any show, it's everywhere. You know what I mean? It isn't rare. It's awesome, but it isn't rare. There's a ton of them, and it's kind of, I feel, overpriced.
yeah. I'm
So
gonna look
how
up the PSA pop right now while you're talking.
Yeah. So how I'm thinking is that with the Star 101, which is his main rookie, 4-star in 1984, was already running. Okay. He has in Star 1984 Star. He has one, I think one oversized, which is like a 5.7, awesome card, and then he has exactly 3 regular sized cards. He's got the 101, which is the main rookie. He has the Olympic of whatever rookie, and then he has the rookie of the year rookie card. So 101 is running. It's already over $10,000. How I'm thinking is, what is next? So I purchased the rookie of the year, which I hope you can see it.
Yep. Yeah. It's, throw that bad boy up there again. Let me see that.
Now, in hindsight, I should have got a PSA 6 or 7. At that time, they were going for about 3,000, 3,500. Okay, I got an authentic altered because there's a little spot right on the corner. It isn't trimmed, nothing else. Small blemish. I guess some, like a person,
Probably try to touch it up.
right. You can barely see it. Sharp corners, sharp edges. It is mint. But that spot messes it up. Again, I could have bought 6s and 7s for about 3,000, 3,500. I bought this for 2,000. 6s and 7s are now going for $14,000 to $16,000. The last PSA 2 sold for $6,800. I paid 2,000. I think I could value this maybe 4 to 5,000 if they see that it's just a blemish and it isn't trimmed. Needless to say, you if you're trying to get this card now, you're spending a lot more than 2,000. You know what I mean? So I am really, 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 really glad that I did do that. Kind of regret not spending a little bit extra to get a 6 or 7, but whatever. Number 2, the Magic Bird Julius Irving,
Yeah, man.
iconic card. Like, iconic card, right? Awesome. I mean, if you're talking 1980s basketball, Bird and Magic were it. They were it. Now, having all three of them sign it is getting harder and harder and more expensive. Now, I think getting all of them to sign it is between $2,500 and $3,000. Just auto
Yep.
copy.
And then you have to slab it, which is gonna
You also
really
have
hit you
to get,
too.
you also have to get the card and, like you said, slab it. So you're looking at minimum probably almost $4,000.
Yep.
Okay. The national, I think in 2024, really, really good advice. When everybody's at the national shop eBay, auctions will go for cheaper.
I do that. Yeah.
The national, I've done that every year. So during the national, I saw this one. It isn't graded like the card, but it is centered, sharp corners, sharp edges. I would say it's at least a 5 or a 6. Okay?
Keep
I paid,
keep that up there. I want to see that again. Perfect.
yeah. So I bought this for $2,000.
It's a steal. That's a new grade too.
$2,000. Sometimes I want to try to do the dual grade because I truly believe it is a 5 or 6. I mean, Jeremy, I'm telling you, I can send you pictures later. It is sharp. It and it doesn't have like the print dot that most of them do. And it's on the Magic Johnson like that section.
Does
It
yours
doesn't have that. So I'm thinking probably closer to probably a 6.
does it have the like the print line, like the guideline to where to cut? It's a little black line on the bottom. I think it's under Magic. Mine has that. A lot of them have that.
No, it doesn't.
That's good.
So even if it's only a 5 or 6, these are going from anywhere to $4,000 to $5,000 easy. A
Yeah,
lot of them are going even higher. So it's hard to give a true comp because it isn't actually graded like the card per se. But needless to say, I'm glad that I did actually buy it. Otherwise, I wouldn't own it today. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Prices are crazy. So that is another. I am glad I was like, huh?
yeah.
Dollars signed all these clean autos, clean card, slabbed already. Got to do it.
So that's a card you're not gonna sell, right?
No,
Then is there really a need to send it to PSA and cross your fingers you get it in 6 months?
That's probably why I have it, because I would hate to see if it got lost. It got, I mean, whatever, damaged.
Yep.
I mean, like just me personally, I am happy with it slabbed and sitting in like the display.
Yeah, man. There's certain cards, certain items that I only care that they're real. You know, like something like that. I just care that the autographs are real and the cards are real. I don't need a grade. You know, that's me personally. I know there's people out there that do for various reasons, but something like that, just give me a as long as it doesn't say trading card on it, because that drives me
Yeah,
freaking nuts.
yeah, I agree.
Just
I
give
agree.
me 1980 Bird Magic Dr. J authentic. Boom,
Yeah,
I'm happy, and they're cheaper.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah. So, your turn. Uh, let me hear some wins.
I don't know. I mean, I've got a pretty kick-ass football collection, I think, and that's a win. It's taken me a
Yes.
long time to put together. Um, I guess I would say my 33 DeLong Gehrig. Looking back, I got one hell of a deal on that.
Yeah,
Uh,
I agree. Those aren't. Those are going up and up. So,
yeah, the pop is 200 ish, on that, whereas the Gaudis are in the thousands. But
yeah.
good luck finding a DeLong. They're really tough, and that's a card I've wanted for a long time.
Yeah.
And I never thought I was going to get one, and made a deal. That just I couldn't believe I made the deal, like that it was accepted. Um, but hey, I'm not going to complain. That's a card. Um, Let me stop the video right now.
3 hours later.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, man, we're back. I had to run and grab some cardboard.
Okay.
We're talking about the DeLong Gehrig, and I'm just going to show it.
Yeah. Beautiful card, man.
Yeah, this is, it's graded a 1. I don't care. It's graded a miscut, too, which I think's
Yeah.
a little bit harsh. OC, sure, miscut.
Okay.
I don't know about that, but they're the quote unquote experts, whatever. But so that's one of my big wins.
Okay.
Another one would be probably this one. And you've seen this one. This is my T206 Mathewson portrait.
Yep.
This thing's packed fresh. Dead centered, sharp edges, sharp corners. The reason it's a 1 is there's a little bit of paper loss in the back. Now, this is one of those, when I woke up in the morning, I've been looking for a Mathewson for a while. And it was first thing in the morning, I look at my watch list or my save list, and I hit it, and it's sitting there with a pretty nice bin, and I didn't even hesitate. I'm like, I'm not going to find one better than this, like ever, in my price range. So it was like 6:30 in the morning, like boom, I just dropped, $1,000 or whatever it was, like before I've even brewed the coffee. But those to me are wins, like when you can find like high eye appeal cards like that, because it might have a blemish on the back or a little bit of writing that doesn't detract from it. Those are wins, man, because you're paying a fraction of the price, and if you're not a grade snob, and I'm not, those are, I go after those all the time. We'll do one more, like this Dutch. You've seen my Dutch Clark.
Yep.
This thing's graded a 1, and it's because there's some schmutz on the number. I don't know if it's like a little bit of there's like residue or something on the number 7 and on the football. Outside of that, this thing is
Years old too, though, bro. So I mean, it's like 100 years almost.
yeah. And these Dutch Clarks, I was talking to you earlier, they're drying up, man. I don't see them. There's been a few chickles that have hit in the last couple weeks. Not one of them has been a Dutch Clark. Not one of them.
I have a Dutch Clark. It's an SGC1, but it's ugly. And at the time, it was cheap, and he wasn't a high priority for me. I'm kind of regretting it now.
Now you have one. You've got one. They're
I got, but eventually, if I see a nicer one at a pretty good price, I will snag it. The only problem is it could cost a premium. You know?
Yeah, it that's gonna lead into my topic when we're done with yours. But yeah, they're
Yeah.
Chickles, pre-war football, anything that's nice. The grade doesn't matter. Uh, they're going crazy. They're running right now, but it's the 48s and the 50s and beyond aren't yet. It's interesting. Like
Yeah.
48 baugh, 50 gram, 50 tittle. They're not. I shouldn't say they're not expensive. That's relative, but compared to a 50 baugh to me would be like a 50. I don't want to say a Jackie, but what's a key rookie in 50 Bowman? Bowman baseball. Like,
Uh, 50 Bowman?
yeah, there's not a lot. It's not a big rookie set, right?
Rookies, there isn't a lot. 51 has them. Whitey Ford, Mano. Or no, Whitey Ford is 1950.
No, actually, I brought my Whitey Ford out too because I have a beauty. This was going to be one of my wins because I've never seen one this nice since I bought this one. It's I'm all for making a deal, getting a good deal, but I will also pay up on cards that are typically off center or have terrible registration or whatever. And if they don't, yeah, I'll pay up without hesitating. That's I think you're the same way, right?
Oh, yeah, she definitely. I've done that numerous times where if it's a 1 and it looks like a 2.5 or even like a 3,
Yep.
I'll pay a little bit above like the comps. I mean, you know, not to be controversial, but there's been viral videos lately of the inconsistencies with grading. So how I see it is if you see it as a 3, and if you can get it for the price of a 1.5 and it's a 1, that's a deal. You know?
Does it have to have a sticker?
No. The only stamp of approval it needs is yours. You know? Because ultimately you'll look at it.
Dude, is there gonna be a PSA set registry that has Mark Baker stickers as a thing? Like, I'm a PSA 7, but it's an NBA 7.
You know, I will say something, and we can try to timestamp this. So supposedly, I think the grading company called Ag, I
Yeah.
believe, is going to have kiosks at card shops where you can grade on the spot, get it slabbed within like hours, and it's AI graded. That is going to change the game. No more shipping, no more waiting, no more overpriced stuff. We live in an Amazon world of like, I want it now.
Yeah, the microwave generation, man. Yeah.
I'll tell you something, Jeremy. I'm predicting this. That's going to put a push on PSA to do the same thing.
Does is Tag the grader that only does modern, like 89 and up?
Uh, I don't own any of their slabs, so I'm not sure. But I think they are the company that is doing, I believe, AI grading.
Yeah, I think they've admitted that, right? That's what they're. Which, dude, that makes sense. You can
Yeah,
centering is an easy one. Like, you knock
yeah.
that variable out really easy.
I will say this: the future of grading is up in the air. I think PSA, if they are smart and they hear these rumors, they better be working towards something like that also. Because between the viral videos of the inconsistencies, constant price hikes, the long waits, it's just a hassle today. I think a lot of collectors, if you're not flipping and you just want it slabbed, they are going to go to tag purely out of the convenience. Not sure exactly what the price is, but a lot of us want it slabbed so it's actually protected and it looks good. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think it is going to change everything up, and I truly believe that PSA is going to have to react very quick.
So I don't grade very much. Actually, not at all anymore. But I did send my Jordan Sports Illustrated off
Yeah,
to CGC slash for JSA authentication. Um, and that's still going to take 9 weeks. I'm not going to see that till the end of April. Do I care? No, because
no,
that's not going anywhere. But for people who want stuff quick, man, there's no. They're all. I'm not going to go into a grading video. That's not what we're going to do. But I'm with you. Like
episode number two.
they've all got to kind of. It's almost like they can do it because they can do it. Because what's stopping them from dragging their ass to get stuff done? I mean, the business model is what is it? They're providing less, charging more, which is pretty much shit. That's par for the course now with everything, right?
Yeah, but also, shoot, they own everything now. So, shoot,
Yeah.
they kind of control like the market. They try to say it isn't a monopoly, but
Yeah. Well,
all the big
it is. And my theory has always been that they'll keep SGC around as their vintage slab. They'll keep them around. And they bought Beckett for their autograph authentication. I think that was the big thing there.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'd rather buy my shit graded already and I don't have to worry about it. It's
Yeah,
unless it's like for a binder.
yeah. And just honestly, I think anybody who is really trying to buy stuff right now, you can notice that if you buy newer slabs, you don't have to buy high grades, especially vintage.
Nope.
If you buy 3 to 6, you're getting 6 to 8 quality.
Man, when I'm buying 50s, let's talk the 1950s for example, especially early 50s. My sweet spot is like 3 and 4 grades. There are some nice 3s and 4s. In fact, I bought I think I sent you this. I bought a nice autogram 1950 Bowman. It was a 2. And
Yeah,
the centering is perfect on it. Like the registration's perfect on it. It's got 2 of the big things with that card that are usually way off. This one had them, and I already had a gram, but I wasn't for the price. I wasn't letting that one go.
hey, look, stuff like that is going to go up. I truly believe it. I truly believe it. Like you said, like the Chicos are running, Sport Kings are definitely running. You and I own like the Grange, and also like the Jim Thorpe. We've
Yep.
done very well. But like always, when I am spec buying, those are running. What isn't? What is coming up next? 48 Leafs are starting to slowly move too. The Nomalinis and also like the Chuck, I forget.
Bednarik,
Yeah, like those are moving.
if you can
Um,
find them. I haven't seen a Noah Malini listed in weeks, if not months. And finding a Bednarik that isn't, miscut almost, is very difficult to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, when people, you know, for football especially, vintage football, when people get into it, they hopefully start to learn that there are some cards that if you can find them centered or with good registration or both, you found a unicorn. And there are some cards like that in vintage football. I mean, the Bednarik, 48 Bednarik, finding one centered left to right, good luck.
Yeah. I agree. I agree.
And 50 Bowman autogram, the registration, the black outline is oftentimes shifted off left or right and it looks blurry. Centering is terrible. A lot of those. 65 Namath, I could go on and on. But
Yeah. 65 Mammoth is another one that I spent an extra for a centered four
yeah,
because finding any of them centered is hard to do. So yeah, so that's a special card too. But yeah, I mean, just like I said, if you're trying to get into football, you need to jump into the Sammy Balls, autograms, even Jim Brown's and Johnny Unitas kind of stuff, because a lot of that stuff is undervalued. Rookies are semi-expensive, not really expensive until high grade.
I don't think getting into a nice Unitas for under $700 is bad. Like you can get a really nice Unitas for under $700.
But I will say this: his rookie is here, and then everything else is a huge drop off. So the second years, and he's got some really cool cards.
Yep.
It's a considerable drop off, even in really good grades. His stuff is dirt cheap. I mean, like the Bart Stars, all those guys. Rookies are kind of up there, but not really. But everything else is a significant drop in price.
And
That stuff is going to slowly go up.
I think it's because the rookies are so affordable in a vacuum. They're affordable that the other stuff is cheap. Like people can go get the rookie. They aren't forced to get the second year, the third year. Like Mickey Mantle, right? Most people can't afford the 51 or the 52, but 53 might be attainable. The 56 might be attainable. Football, you don't really have that problem outside of Bronco Nagurski, and he doesn't have another card. So unless you want a matchbook or a Dixie lid, or an autograph, that's what I settled for. Settled. Yeah, it's the whole. What's gonna do? All right, let's go here. We were talking about Jim Thorpe cards earlier and Reg Range cards earlier, right? And this is going to go kind of like to my topic in a way. The 33 Sport Kings, Grange, and Thorpe are running.
Go where I think you're going to go, because I'm still trying to buy some of this stuff.
I'm just saying at some point, the alternatives are going to be more desirable. I'm not going to say what they are because there's other things.
I'm trying to buy mine. And you're trying to get one too, so
I know.
that'll be for a future episode when we have them, and then
We can show them off, yeah. But
because those prices are still pretty decent. So let's wait on giving away all of our specs. Let's wait till we have them. But anybody who does vintage football, you already know what we are probably talking about.
probably. And they probably already have one.
Hopefully, so they don't get too much on the body.
But let's talk about pre-war football. And you and I, Justin and Bart, who we talk to all the time too, we're on a thread together, have noticed this over the last few weeks, few months. The Sport King, Grange, and Thorpe we've already talked about. They're running. I'm going to flash a... let me see here. Because I had this pulled up earlier. There was a Red Grange that sold March 10th, a PSA 3. You might remember this one. For $9,100
Yep.
plus fees, plus delivery, all that stuff. There was a Jim Thorpe that sold a real beater SGC 1 a day before for $2,150. The entry level for those is $2,000 now, right? I think we can safely say that.
Because that last Jim Thorpe was a true beater. It had a crease right across like the middle.
Yeah.
If you can try to get one that doesn't have a very prominent crease, I think it's closer to the high twos, maybe even 3,000.
Yeah, I'm looking at mine right now, and I'll show mine. Mine has a crease, but you can't see it. It's a very light surface wrinkle. But if I go outside on a full moon and stand with my left foot in the air, I can see it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm happy with mine. I don't want to say I paid up for it because I didn't pay up for it. It's just I know where I think they're going to end up in the next year.
I do too.
And I didn't want to be left out in the cold like I am on other things because I've, waited. Sometimes you just got to say heck it and do what you got to do, But
Exactly. Yeah, I agree.
we were watching the 35 Chickle sales the past few days of the Clark Hinkles. What was the other one?
I think Ken Strong.
Ken Strong, yeah.
It was like a PSA 4, I think, and then also, who else? It was Ken Strong, Clark Hinkle, and I think one other guy.
I'm going to pull it up right now. Let me switch over.
And they all went for pretty good money.
Yeah, they did. So a PSA 4 Hinkle went for $23.51. PSA 5 went for $31.50.
Yeah.
Ken Strong PSA 4 $12.50. And a Cliff Battles 4.5 $2,600.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I hadn't seen that one yet.
Those in 4s and 3s used to go for $600.
Yep.
$500 to $600 consistently. 2s, $200 to $300, maybe $350 if it was really nice. I don't have a Clark Hinkle or a Ken Strong or a Cliff Battles. So needless to say, if I wanted to try to get those, even in a nice one, I'm spending a lot more than what I would have probably 6 months ago. And just me personally, Jeremy, I don't see those prices going down. If anything, it'll probably go up.
Well, the pops are really small. Holy shit! There's an SGC 2.5 Clark Hinkle. Packer fans are crazy.
Yeah.
$2,706.56 for a 2.5.
Wait, say that again? How much?
$2,706.56 for a 2.5. Hot damn.
There is a PSA listed for like 1,500.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I kind of thought about it. It's probably gone by now, and it was pretty nice. It's just, I just made some recent pretty big purchases, not art-wise comics. So
Comics are good.
Huh?
Comics are good, man. I love comic books.
Yeah, so I'm kind of in a situation where, like, normally I would have probably tried to negotiate on the Clark Hinkle because the Chickles, I think, is the Bronco Nagurski. I think number two is probably Dutch.
Agreed.
Newt is up there too, but I'm not a really big coach guy. But after Dutch, it's definitely
I
Hinkle.
Full disclosure, I sold my Newt today. That was a card. I guess we can call this a loss. Going back to your first point, it was a loss in the sense that once I got it in hand and looked at it, I didn't like it. I couldn't get over the upper right corner on it. Just it was bugging me. And for the money, I gotta love it when you hit a certain dollar point. You gotta love it. And I liked it, but it was cool having it. But
Yeah,
no disrespect to Newt Rockney and Notre Dame or anything. It's a coach. To me, it doesn't. The reverence isn't there. Again, not dissing on anybody else. It's just coaches take a back seat to me with this whole thing I'm doing.
yeah.
Will I get another one? Yes, but I'm gonna love it.
You might have to pay up for it. So you might not buy one.
It'll be a while. It'll be a while. Although I think 5 of them just hit today. Somebody. So where I'm going with my point, we've seen these prices running on Sport King and Chickle. This is more of an opinion and a talking point. What I think is that people who got in on those years ago are cashing in, and the ones that are buying them aren't going to miss out on them, and they're going to hold.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's a situation where a lot of the football, like the collector guys, are looking into the, like the pre-war stuff, learning, realizing there's a lot of cool stuff, a lot of undervalued stuff, and they're just snagging them, and they are going to be locked up for probably the next 20 years.
I that's exactly what I think. I think there's people cashing in because they've got a lot of equity in them. And then you got people who want them and are going to hold them for a while. Nobody's flipping these. Nobody's buying Chickles to make a buck. They're buying to hold to make a buck later. And I'm telling you, and you've already said it, the Bronco Nagurski gets all the attention. The Dutch Clark is, to me, it's definitely the second, but it's card number 1 of the first football set. Right?
Yeah.
Everybody makes a big deal of card number 1 or the last card in the set. I mean, look at the 52 Bowman Jim Lansford that gets all this BS attention because it's the last card in the set. Well, nobody says that about the Dutch Clark being the first card in the set.
Yeah.
Right? That's just me, like I think that's a little overplayed anyway, but let's even the field. Like if you're gonna say it about this card or that, like the 50 Bowman Doak Walker, oh, it's the first card in the set. It's not a rookie card,
Yeah, I agree.
right?
I agree.
But that gets a lot of love. And you don't. I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but of all the Chickles that have been listed recently, and there's been a few, I've not seen one Dutch Clark. Not one. So,
I will say this too, and I know the past, and a lot of people will probably give me a lot of hate. Resume to resume, Bronco versus Dutch. I'm just saying, do a little bit of research. His resume is pretty deep.
It's better.
Dutch was stud in his day.
It's better. His resume is better.
Yeah, I think so personally. Bronco was probably very popular because he also wrestled and everything, but purely football, Dutch was a stud.
Yep.
He was the man. So he's
Widely considered the best player of the 30s. Not Bronco. It was Dutch Clark. Bronco is more popular. It's similar to me. It's similar to Mantle Mays. It's similar to Mantle Mays. Mays was a better player. Mantle was a hell of a lot more popular.
100%. I agree. Yeah, so just over time, again, people who are buying pre-war are probably looking at the Wikipedia. I'm looking at years ago. You type in Dutch Clark, you look at his resume, and it's going to make you start thinking, wow.
Yeah.
And you're going to want him represented in your collection.
And his card is he has a badass card. That card is gorgeous.
A cool pose.
Yeah. It's got everything.
Honestly, I like it. I mean, I wasn't even huge into Chickles at that, time 2024 because I was, trying to concentrate on everything else. But I've always liked his card and just his resume. I was like, he has to be represented.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah. So.
So you're on you agree with me that you think people are gonna buy and hold.
Oh yeah, 100%. I truly believe there is a shift in sports too. Baseball is popular, but I think football is getting more popular. Will it ever catch pre-war baseball? Probably not. But there's a lot of room to grow. And as there's more people watching football, what are you going to do? Look into the history of the game. Realize that Red Grange, who honestly isn't really well known in my opinion,
Should be.
is the savior of the NFL back in the day. He was the original superstar. But a lot of people don't know that until you research it. Once you start learning everything, it's like, holy crap, like Red Grange is the foundation of the NFL in every way. I would say even over Bronco.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah.
He was the man. He was a legend way back in the day. He was roots, honestly, for football.
And his 33 Sport Kings is gorgeous.
Beautiful car.
Yeah.
Really glad.
But I think you stole yours, bro. Holy cow. I remember that night. I'm like, you don't even send an offer. You just buy that.
Just to buy one again.
Because if you weren't going to buy it, I was.
You did pretty well on it. You could have flipped it.
I know. I think entry level on something like that is mid $2,000 to $3,000 because of the eye appeal of it.
Oh, 100%.
Yep.
But this, me personally, those are cars you keep 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years, and in 20 years, you'll see some really good appreciation. At that stage, most of us will be retiring, and if our kids aren't interested, we'll probably try to cash in.
Probably. I mean, you can only fit so many in a casket.
Yeah, have like a one against the right arm.
Oh man.
Think that brave up the next day. It'll be crazy, robbers. But anyway, but yeah, man, I truly believe football has so much room to grow. I feel I'm gonna say something else. Basketball. Wilt Chamberlain is undervalued. He, I'm a true believer that everybody's like the GOAT, right? And his rookie is a big deal. But I'm going to tell you something. Bill Russell, his rookie card is ridiculously priced. And he's an all-time great. I get it. But he gets so much love because of his championships.
He's got 10 of them.
You look at his stats and his resume. His team was unbelievable. The Celtics were ridiculous.
A little bit.
Squad was ridiculous. So many Hall of Famers. Wilt Chamberlain, even though he doesn't have all the championships, but him as a player, he dominated Russell. And he dominated the game. Championships, yeah, but his teams weren't stacked like that. To me, he is a top 6, 7 player.
Oh, he's top 5, man. He's top 5.
Well,
They changed the game because of him, you know?
I think
When the game gets changed because of you, you're Mount Rushmore, you know? As time goes on, you have to build a second Mount Rushmore because you need 4 more faces, but you know, right now to me he's a top 5 player.
yes, I think so too. I think, me personally, he's either 4 or 5.
See, it's easy for me because there's no way I'm putting LeBron in the top 5 at all. Not doing it.
I mean, Kareem's up there.
Kareem is undervalued, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, Kareem was amazing, and nobody talks about him.
But again, Wilt, as a player, dude, his stats are stupid. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, it's like video game stats.
Yeah.
He had a season where he averaged, I think, either 49 or like 50 points a game.
Wonder how much tail was he getting that season?
I don't think he had time. He was probably trying to rest. But the dude dominated Russell. He was incredible. And he played offense and also defense. I think a lot of times players nowadays are put up on a pedestal
Oh yeah.
who don't play offense and defense.
There are very few that do both and do it well.
Kobe did it. Even Kobe did it.
Oh, Kobe, yeah, he did.
Oh, Wilt, he did it. Like, it's just, I think he's undervalued. I think his rookie card, if you can find a
Centered copy. Yep.
right, because over time, I think he's going to get more love. He needs it because he's just as a player. Again, I get it. I get it that like the championships and everything else, but he played in an era of the Celtics.
Yeah. Do you know what the pop is on the 61 Will? I'm looking it up.
I think like 4,000, 3,000. If you're trying to find center,
So of those 4,000, what 500 might be centered?
yeah,
It's a low number.
I had a PSA 2, and it paid up to get. Let me get it. I have a 3, and I paid a little bit extra, but man, it is centered. And like this is a casket. I mean, I am taking this to the grave. You know,
That's gorgeous.
this part, man.
That's a good trade in.
Look, like there's, uh, growing up, certain cards had a mystique and were like way up there. Joe Namath, I get it, not an all-time great quarterback, but his card is beautiful. I love his rookie card, and he was the man. So to me, I paid up. I mean, because as a kid, if you just had a Joe Namath rookie card, and
Yeah.
and honestly, thinking back, none of us did. But even going to the card shop and seeing it, it was like, oh my god, you know what I mean?
By the way, Jason, the pop on the Wilt Chamberlain is around 2K.
Wow, wow, yeah.
So,
Dude,
what, 10% of those might be centered?
I mean, it is hard to try to get them centered. And I'm saying even in a PSA 4 or 5, they're still off centered.
Yeah.
Sharp corners, cool. But if you're trying to get it centered, it's hard. They are tough.
Yep.
Because me personally, that is a card. It's expensive. I think I paid for mine $3,000. What it's worth now, I'm not sure. Haven't really checked. But just to try to find a 3 that is centered,
It's tough.
you probably have to overpay, and you are going to be looking for a wow. So yeah, but that is one of like the basketball cards that I think over time is going to show more of appreciation, purely just for just his resume. The dude was incredible.
Yeah, no question. No question. And I don't disagree with you at all. Like, the Bill Russell is so high already. I don't see how that gets much higher,
Yeah.
right? Whereas the Chamberlain, I think, still has a bit of room. I really do. Especially, and you can say this about the 57 Russell too, centered copies. Because Russell's 57 tops is brutal too. It is, that whole set is terrible. It's like,
Question: what are like the PSA ones going for now? Russell.
I haven't looked in a while. I mean, the last I checked, they were like, I want to say pushing $4,000.
Yeah. See,
You know, just to get one.
to be that high. I really truly will.
And the pop, man, I'm becoming a pop report guy today. But I'm curious what the pop is on those.
You said that Chamberlain was only 2,000.
Right, a little over 2,000.
It's probably a little bit less. I want to say probably like 1,600 or like maybe like 14ish.
You are a little high. The pop on this is about a little under 1,300 on the Bill Russell. Wow, I didn't know it was that low.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, wow, yeah, because I assumed, I don't know why I assumed this, but 57 tops football, there's a ton of it. Seemingly, not that there, I mean, there's only like 5,000 Unitas. That's not really a lot, but man, only 1,300 Bill Russells. That's not a lot. That's less than the Bart Starr. That's less than, yeah, that's a low number.
honestly, you know, I think that the koozie is underpriced.
Ooh, Koozi's my guy, man.
I had a PSA 4, and I also had his 1951.
The Burke Ross.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's PSA 2 center. I sold those, but
A centered Burke Ross is.
yeah, man. I mean, shoot, in hindsight, I probably should have kept the Burke Ross. But just if you're checking resume to resume, again, nothing against Russell. He was an incredible player. But Kuzi, he ran the show, man. He
Oh,
was.
they had Tommy Heinsohn and Bill Sharman. I mean, that they were just
Oh,
stacked.
I'm
And then,
telling you, that team dominated, and that's what hurts Wilt Chamberlain. Because if Wilt was on the Celtics,
well, yeah.
you know what his heart would be going for today?
Yeah, I mean, you got the Celtic Dynasty premium.
It would be 3 times as much easy. But again, if you check resumes, Wilt, out of all of them, he dominated. Only one probably close is probably Kareem.
Now, Kareem has that. He's got a tall boy rookie card, right? People don't like those. I don't have a problem with them, but
Yeah,
I think that's what holds it down is that it's not a standard size. Right or wrong, I think there's a lot to that. It's
yeah,
unlicensed too, right? So, although I don't think that ever really played I don't remember that being a thing when I was a kid. Like that was the only card they had. So the whole licensing thing wasn't really. I don't remember it being such a big deal then for that card. Because you could say that Joe Montana's unlicensed too, right?
yeah, yeah. I think. I mean, shoot, they didn't actually get the license up until like 82, 83.
82, I think they got it in like 80, 82. They had the logos on the cards, but I don't think they were supposed to. I think 84 is like the first year that they had the full blown license. And of course, 84's got like 13 Hall of Fame rookies in it. It's a bananas set, but
Yeah.
I'm putting that together right now. It's like never ending.
Yeah.
There's so many.
We're just, I say this is it for episode 1. And if you would like to know some more sleeping giants in our hobby and some other spec cards, you have to check us out for episode number 2. What do you say, Jeremy?
I say that's a pretty good way to end it. Like we mentioned early on, we're going to try to do this every week. At the worst, every other week, but we're going to try every week and see how it goes. We're just going to riff it like we've been doing.
Yeah, I agree. And if you have any questions, any topics you would like us to speak on, leave messages.
Yep.
You can also hit us up on IG also.
Yeah, my IG's right there.
And is mine on?
Yeah, yours is right there. Yep.
Yeah.
I got you.
Any questions? I got you. I'm sure Jeremy does also.
Yep.
And just let us know. So
Yeah.
So episode 1 in the books.
In the books.
In the books.
Nice work.
The card show.
All right, buddy, man. We'll
Hi, bro.
all right, buddy. See ya.